What if the greatest power in the universe was in the hands of a kid and an ancient enemy returned to claim it? Today we dive into the epic story of Ben 10, Race Against Time. The movie begins in the quiet town of Bellwood. A mysterious armored villain wreaks havoc, blasting cars and storefronts apart. But the disturbance quickly draws out the young hero destined to protect the world, Ben Tennyson. With a flash of green light, he transforms into heat blast, flames roaring around his body as he charges into battle. But the villain gives no answer, so Ben strikes first, hurling a blazing fireball that sends the enemy crashing through a store window. Just as victory seems near, the villain retaliates, trapping Ben in a glowing energy bubble. It bursts, flinging him straight into a garbage can. Dazed but not beaten, Ben rises to face waves of alien soldiers flooding the streets. Heat Blast sets up a fiery barrier to protect the police and then goes all in, burning, blasting, and crushing the invaders with explosive force. One final burst of fire sends the strange villain's helmet cracking, flames engulfing him before he vanishes into the night. Exhausted, Ben reverts to his human form just as Grandpa Max and Gwen arrive. Though Ben wants to chase the fleeing henchmen, Max insists they retreat before suspicion falls on them. Reluctantly, Ben agrees, returning to the life he's trying and failing to balance, that of a normal kid. The next morning at school, Ben quickly realizes normal life isn't for him. Classmates chatter about heat blast sightings, but dismiss Ben as invisible. Bullies target him, gum up his locker, and when Ben retaliates, he accidentally splatters the principal instead. Detention seals his disastrous first day back. Frustrated, Ben vents to Grandpa Max, admitting he'd rather be a hero full-time, openly revealing his identity. But Max reminds him of the stakes. The Omnitrix must remain a secret. Heroes can't live normal lives, and normal kids can't shoulder such a burden. Meanwhile, far away, the mysterious villain reveals himself as Eon. Seething with rage, he commands his alien army to find Ben. And beyond the stars, an ominous fleet of warships drifts closer to Earth. Still unaware of the looming threat, Ben tries again to fit in, this time by signing up for the school talent show. But his cousin Gwen stops him from using the Omnitrix as a magic trick, covering with the excuse that they're stage illusionists. Later, while snacking at Mrs. Dalton's diner, Ben notices a strange symbol on the register. The same symbol keeps appearing across town, hinting at something larger. That night, after some mischief with his alien form gray matter, Ben and Gwen uncover the truth. Hidden in one of Gwen's photos is the very villain Ben thought he had destroyed. Grandpa Max immediately recognizes him, Eon, a timeless enemy captured by the plumbers 2 centuries ago. Long ago, Eon sought a weapon known as the Hands of Armageddon, a device capable of ripping open a dimensional gateway and unleashing an alien invasion that could annihilate humanity. Now, Max warns, Eon has returned, and he knows Ben is the bearer of the Omnitrix. Their only chance: hit the road again and stop him before it's too late. The family drives to the Plumbers Research Center, only to find it in ruins. The once vibrant base lies in ashes, its guardian Jacobs aged to a withered husk by Eon's temporal powers. With his last breaths, Jacobs warns them. Eon is after the Hands of Armageddon, and only Ben can stand in his way. Guided by Max, the group travels to a secret underground plumber's headquarters. To Ben's shock, familiar faces emerge. Mrs. Dalton and even Principal White reveal themselves as undercover plumbers, protectors of Earth. They admit that the Hands of Armageddon is indestructible, a weapon that resists every attempt to destroy it. All they can do is guard it, but guarding is no longer enough. Eon launches a full-scale invasion, storming the HQ with his alien army. The elderly plumbers fight valiantly, armed with high-tech weapons and sheer determination, but they're hopelessly outmatched. Amid the chaos, Eon teleports directly to Ben, touching the Omnitrix and corrupting it with his dark energy. The device flashes purple, shorting out, leaving Ben powerless and vulnerable. Panicked, Ben flees, chased through the city until an old plumber saves him with a plasma blast. Shaken, Ben confesses to Grandpa Max that the Omnitrix has failed, but Max reveals it's back online. Still, Eon's goal is clear. He needs the Omnitrix to awaken the Hands of Armageddon. Ben must make a choice, run or fight. And despite the danger, Ben refuses to back down. The next day, while patrolling near the school, Ben is ambushed once again. Time itself bends and warps as Eon strikes, freezing moments and rewinding reality. Desperate, Ben triggers the fire alarm and transforms into Diamond Head. Crystal blades erupt from his body as he battles Eon in a clash of time against Diamond. For a moment, it seems Ben has the upper hand, until Eon vanishes once again, biding his time for the final confrontation. If you were Ben, just a kid suddenly burdened with this unstoppable villain chasing you, would you keep fighting or would you run? Tell me in the comments. I'd love to know what you'd do. Ben resolves to face Eon head-on, but before he can act, disaster strikes. Alien soldiers ambush the Tennysons, capturing the entire family and chaining them inside the Plumbers HQ. There, Eon reveals his true plan. Every time he uses his temporal powers, his body decays. To survive, he intends to merge with Ben, using the Omnitrix not just as a weapon, but as a gateway to steal Ben's youth and vitality. With a surge of power, Eon twists the Omnitrix, forcing a transformation. Before their eyes, Ben becomes a younger, darker version of Eon himself. The horrifying truth dawns. Eon isn't just some alien conqueror. He's Ben's possible future, a corrupted version of what the Omnitrix could turn him into. As the Hands of Armageddon activates, a dimensional portal begins to glow, and alien warships mass at the edge of Earth's atmosphere. Humanity teeters on the brink of annihilation. Max refuses to give in. Using every ounce of courage, he electrifies the artifact, channeling raw power through his own body to stall the portal. Sparks explode, threatening his very life. Gwen desperately calls out to Ben inside Eon's body, trying to awaken his humanity. At first, the boy seems lost, consumed by darkness. But Gwen's voice cuts through, stirring his will to fight back. An internal war erupts. Ben struggles against Eon's control, fighting for his identity, his family, and his world. With one final surge, he reclaims his body, turning Eon's own power against his army. Alien soldiers collapse as Ben stands victorious, but the battle is far from over. Time freezes once again. The older, original Eon materializes, launching a final desperate assault. Explosions tear through the facility as Ben transforms into Wildmutt, a feral beast of strength and instinct. He lunges, dodges, and counters, clashing with Eon in a brutal, high-speed brawl. When Gwen becomes the target, Ben pushes himself to the limit, swinging her out of harm's way and slamming Eon straight into the dimensional portal. The collision shatters the Hands of Armageddon, collapsing the gateway and sucking Eon into oblivion. Exhausted but alive, the Tennysons emerge victorious. The world is safe, for now, but life goes on. That night, Ben and Gwen step onto the stage at the school talent show. Max cuts the power to keep their secret safe, and in a chaotic performance involving alien transformations disguised as magic tricks, they somehow pull off an act that leaves the audience in awe. Even the bullies are impressed. Though they only win second place, it doesn't matter, because in truth, Ben has already won something far greater: his identity as a hero, his bond with his family, and the knowledge that even when the universe itself seems against him, he has what it takes to stand tall. And that was Ben 10. Race Against Time. If you enjoyed reliving this epic battle against Eon, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more legendary movie recaps. Until next time, stay heroic.